Guys, grab a tissue because I'm about to tell you that it's time for the final speaker of the evening. You held up remarkably well. I'm proud of you. Our final speaker tonight is Ryan Lazarus. Ryan is a college dropout turned entrepreneur. He went from film school to financing infrastructure projects in India. He is passionate about social entrepreneurship and impact investing. Ryan's newest project includes producing a groundbreaking documentary that will inspire global change. Most importantly, Ryan is a Chipotletarian. Please welcome Ryan.
All right. You guys hear me okay? All right. Now, I'm sure many of you are aware that we live in very troubled times. But what if I told you that all of society's problems actually stem from one issue? And that is Chipotle Deficiency Syndrome, or CDS. So, the lack of proper Chipotle consumption the lack of proper Chipotle consumption results in serious physical, mental, and societal problems. It's formerly known as Chipotle Deficiency Disorder, but it's reclassified in the DSM-5. Now, in order for me to prove this point, I'm going to give you a bunch of statistics because we all know that numbers don't lie. Now, you may find some of these statistics to be a little shocking, but I assure you, they're absolutely true. So, 99% of all people will suffer from CDS at some point in their lifetime. And 95% of violent crime is actually due to CDS. In all of failed marriages, 70% of failed marriages are due to CDS. Now, the most common symptom of CDS may seem kind of harmless. It's daydreaming about Chipotle. But what can happen is it can actually intensify and become very problematic. It can evolve into hallucinations. Now, in some extreme cases of hallucinations, people will actually think that babies wrapped in blankets are actually burritos. But I assure you, babies and blankets are not burritos. So please, don't eat babies. All right, so the most common symptom in children under the age of 12 is actually ADHD. Now, what's interesting is that kids that are, or schools that provide their kids Chipotle actually have much less ADHD in their classes, up to 90% lower rate. Now, CDS and depression. So 75% of cases of depression are actually caused by CDS. And what's interesting is through 1 week of Chipotle regimentation, which consists of having 2 meals of Chipotle each day, they can actually get rid of their depression. They can absolutely cure it. It's absolutely incredible. Now, 88% of Qdoba customers are actually people suffering from extreme cases of CDS. I mean, it makes sense because honestly, why else would you eat at Qdoba? So I'm going to give you guys a brief intermission because I know this is a very heavy subject, and I want to make sure you guys are ready once I start going over some of the solutions here. So, you guys feeling okay? Are you guys ready for this? Or all right, here we go. So, first solution, we have the Chipotletarian Party. It's very simple. We believe that curing CDS is a matter of social justice and national security. Now, I'm going to go over some of our most important policies coming up here. So the first one actually comes from the most interesting man in the world. And he says, I don't always advocate government policies, but when I do, I demand that Chipotle be open 24/7, 365 days a year. We think that's pretty reasonable. So the next one is foreign policy. Now, our policy is very simple, cheap, and delicious. Drop burritos, not bombs. You can instantly turn your enemies into friends this way. Alrighty, so next we have the No Taste Buds Left Behind Act. Now, this promises that every student will have access to Chipotle during lunchtime. Now, this bill is currently going through Congress, but we're hoping in the near future that the president will sign this into law. It kind of looks like he just had a big burrito, didn't he? I don't know. All right, next we have the revised food pyramid. Now, there's nothing really scientific about this, not that the current food pyramid is really scientific, but this is basically a general guideline of how much Chipotle you should eat during the week. All right, our next solution is the Chipotle Global Initiative, or CGI. It's a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to bringing Chipotle across the globe, to every nook and cranny across the planet. Now, CGI is also currently in a trademark war with the Clinton Global Initiative, but hopefully that'll be resolved soon as well. So this is CGI in action. This is actually a shop we converted in northeast India into a Chipotle. And as you can see, it's doing quite well for itself. So, all right, now, once Chipotle has global reach, this is what's going to happen. You will have no more arguments amongst your peers. But, well, the only thing you'll have remaining is internal arguments. So try and decide simple things like, do you want barbacoa or do you want chicken? But this can easily be solved by asking for half and half. A lot of people, for some reason, don't know that. So, now, I'm sure some of you are skeptical, and I can totally understand that. You may be thinking, I'm just on the stage because I'm selfish and I want to have Chipotle available to me everywhere I go. You know what? That's a very, very good question. But unfortunately, I'm not going to have enough time to answer it because I have to get to the last slide. So I want to ask you to please join the Chipotle revolution. It's a peaceful revolution, not one where we raise our fists in anger, but where we peacefully hold up massive burritos in our hands. Thank you.